Hello everyone. Today we are going to go over the management scope of CentreStack. What we are looking at here is the Cluster Manager. It can also be called Server Manager. For CentreStack, you can have multiple servers to construct a server farm or a cluster. So even though most of the time you are only going to have one single server, CentreStack server, but we still call this cluster management. In the cluster management, the most important feature is the tenant manager. As we are doing it now, I'm creating a new tenant. A tenant is a mapping to a client of yours, a company who's going to be using the CentreStack system here. So it's a multi-tenant capable solution. You don't really have to use multi-tenant, but if you do have multi-tenant, then it's just there and the feature is available. So you can manage tenant and you can manage file server shares. Those are the two most important management items. So if you want to look into the tenant manager, you can, it's kind of like a bigger version of what you're going to see here in the dashboard. From the cluster management, you can also change the branding. So you can change the product name, you can change the theme, the color theme. This pretty much is for service providers. So it's a white label solution. So you can just change the CentreStack name into your own product name and provide this solution to your customers. Most of the time, if you are just a single enterprise company, you probably don't care about the branding. But if you are a managed service provider, you do care about branding. You want to make this look and feel like your own solution. You can change the color theme here. So the branding of the color theme has been greatly enhanced to be able to take one single HTML code so that you can change the look and feel to your company color by just touching one HTML theme color, or if you want to use one of the 12 predefined color theme, you can just pick one. For example, blue is the one you are seeing here. Now after branding, let's look at the cluster control panel. So the control panel have 9 items there in the quick access panel. There are more than 9 items. So the 9 items here are just the 9 most frequently used items here. So branding is one of them. And you can see for the branding, it covers many different components, including the iOS and Android clients. You can also check out the default group policy. So the policy will be applied at the tenant level. So when you set the default policy here, these policies will be applied to all your tenants. So you could set a set of group policy and then apply to all of them. You can also change the email service to your own service. So when the emails are sending out, it's going to be sending out from one single account, which is your account. You can also define delegate administrators here who are additional administrators who can access and manage the server management here or the cluster management here. They can help you do the day-to-day management work. The client version manager, you can, the basic idea here is the clients out there can be automatically upgraded. So if you upgrade the CentreStack server from version 1 to version 2, and the version 2 has later clients, and then those clients could be pushed out to the users. The language portion, you could define your own language. If the language is not shipped together with CentreStack, then you could use the language tab to define and translate yourself, and those translations are saved away in the database and your own database, so you could make the user interface look and feel in your own language. So let's go into cluster control panel. You can see there are more than 9 items. Some are more like commonly used, and some are not. So those are like hidden away from the quick access panel. You can also take a look at the reports. There's many different reports you can check out, from node performance to bandwidth usage. So the basic parameters for the system here. So a little bit on the file server share. So the file server share are typically file servers belong to different tenants, and then when you import file server share, you import it, pick the tenant first, then import the file server share. CentreStack is very unique in that it tries to mirror the file server share with the existing NTFS permissions and Active Directory identities to the cloud. So try to preserve the permission side of the story when it comes to file sync and share. Thank you very much.